I can't see who you are, but what's going on? How you doing? Jara Ramirez, how you doing? What's going on with you? How's everybody doing today? Hey, selling badass, how you doing? How y'all doing today, man? All Star, how you doing? How's everybody doing today? I'm blessed. Selling that ass, how you doing? I'm blessed. Okay, All Star, good. That's what's up. Yeah, man, it's been a it's been a long day today. You know, I like to just have a conversation about life, man. Can we have a conversation about life? What y'all think? Y'all wanna have a conversation about life? I like to talk about real things though. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk about real things, man. I ain't gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Sometimes, when we get into ourselves, right? And they say us as blacks, we like to front on each other and try to, you know, do each other in. And then when you look at it, you be like, well, it is true in some situations, but not all of us who is trying to do good is trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like not understanding the way we operate. We can't love on each other. We hating. Sometimes it feel like it's all good once, and then that shit go to shit. It's like how? How does it go to shit when it was once good? What happened? Things change. You know, people seem to get amnesia. We get hurt by different people, whether it's your family, relationship, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, we go through this. It's better to be alone than not be with somebody. If we got to go through all that pain, what's up, Bahamut? You know, uh, I'm just like not really understanding, man. You know, I've been caught in a lot of situations, and how you doing, man? I'm good. I'm good. And the sister want to be on us black, our black asses, and the system is so fucked up. It is retarded. You know, I'm just talking about life in general, Lucky. Stay in tune with me. I'm about to get into some deep stuff. Get down, Brownie. Come on. I'm having a conversation now. I'll deal with you in a minute. That's my cat, y'all. Nah, I'm not on parole. Okay, not on parole. Okay, but let's get through the topic. I'm just talking about like the system is so fucked up. They want to avoid our constitutional rights. Because we have those laws in place, and I think those laws are set in stone to govern us on this earth. Not state laws and federal laws. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think that we should just, be able to put those United States Constitution laws in more effective than state laws, and federal laws. Even though federal laws is in the constitutional rights. And then when I get deep into it, it's like more of a um, hypocritical in some of the laws that is in the Constitution. Because it's like they say the states can do this or the federal can do that, but then another thing when you turn around the corner and look at some other stuff and say, well, if they say they can do this to do this, but then this is going against your constitutional law of this, you know, like forced labor. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I have to pay you, then you're forcing me to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. You know, and then, you know, I like to go into, you know, I just think those United States Constitution be in place for us all people, like real talk, for real, for real. Yeah, hey, Carla, how you doing? I'm talking about like the system and just the constitutional rights for us blacks and across the world. You know what I'm saying? The constitutional laws that are in place for us, I think those should be rooted into what we got going on this earth. You know, versus the state laws that they regulate, where they're just getting, you know, unnecessary money for these laws. Like having a driver's license, you know, having insurance, child support, uh, you know, just things that they are constantly getting money for that it shouldn't even. We have the right to travel, so you don't need no license. And then our constitutional rights say nothing about no insurance either. So it's just like it's crazy out here. So it is what it is, though. In our relationship as blacks, you know, we can't love on each other. I don't understand how we just so hateful of one another. It's just ridiculous. Like, how are we bonding and we're so disrespectful of one another? It's not making any sense. Because when we bond, we making love, fucking, or whatever that may be. Then, on the flip side, if there's a slight argument, you're not going to get no pussy. Then she becomes mad at you for the argument of things that's, you know, such. It's crazy, man. I think we need to get that portion of relationship in order. Real talk. Need to just get that one in order. Black man try to survive out here. And they making it hard. Hey y'all, my mother gave me this chain too. I said I keep it for the rest of my life. For real, for real. I'm put a charm of her initials on here too. Yeah. You know what's so devastating in life? It's when your old people who you supposed to love do you in. That be the fucked up part. That be, that's some real fucked up ass shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie. You know, it's like when it come to family, like, you be like, man, like I thought we was locked in. And like, you do me in? You know, like real shit. Like your family, do you? It's already hard enough that we black, and you gonna do me in? I think we gotta stick. Who gonna protect us? We gotta protect ourselves. You'd rather have your family to protect you, you know, because at the end of the day, you better know that you gotta protect that inner child that's in you. That's yourself. So you better protect that kid that's in you, that baby. That's who I look at every morning. When I look at myself in the mirror, I see that that little boy. You know, even though I'm a grown man, I'm talking about that inner child. I'm trying to protect that. I ain't being 46 being dumb out here. A lot of people dying out here. Y'all like I'm growing my dreads, y'all. How y'all like my dreads? Y'all like it? I'm trying to grow something. I'm doing something different with my life. So, yeah, I've been having a hard time for the last 5 years. Going through a lot. Family members dying on me. You know, going through it, still going through it. You know, I ain't looking for no sympathy for nobody. But I like to keep it real and talk about it. You know, it is what it is, you know, but I'm the one that's responsible and got to make it for myself. Nobody else is responsible for that. That's why I be telling folks, don't blame, don't play the victim role for what you got going on in your life. Take full responsibility. You know, don't blame don't be out here begging, you know. You know, some things you just gotta work out. You could be stagnant. I've been stagnant, still stagnant. But sometimes you gotta push yourself in order to get what you want in life. Cause ain't nobody coming to save you. I promise you that. Not your family members, not even your girlfriend. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta push forward. And sometimes even that can be challenging. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta make something out of nothing. You know, figure it out. You know, that's the goal, to figure it out. And sometimes we get so discouraged because we like, man, shit, I ain't got shit. What's to figure out? You know? What am I to figure out when I don't have nothing going on? So if you got you a woman, you know what I'm saying, better hold on to her. If you got a woman in today's time, 2025, listen to me, guys, for real. If you got a solid woman, you ain't doing shit with your life, you need to be doing something. Figure it out. Get on something, you know. Because if she got a job and you ain't got nothing going on, it can only go so she got to really love your dirty draws to be with you that long. So, you know, because it's getting more intense now because, you know, money situation and the money is going slow. You know, people not working. You know, so whether you got a baby mama or you in a relationship, that shit can go left real quick because the needs are not being met. You know, your woman may or you know your significant other may want to like to go out, kick it, be out. You know, and fine wine and dine, and the funds is getting low. Relationship ain't gonna be that strong because usually it's that strong when the finances is correct. You know, it's nothing to really argue about because the money good. What we arguing about? You know, unless you just got a nagging woman, you know, or a nagging nigga that complain, you know, about nothing. That's just I call that just a toxic relationship. You know what I'm saying? And ladies and gentlemen, we need to get up out of that. We ain't having nobody yell at us. We too grown for that. Too grown. So I'm gonna give y'all some real wisdom of the truth of the living of the you know, of today's time. You know. You know, love on your significant other, you know, be down, support, you know what I'm saying? Help if your mate ain't got nothing going on, put him on something. If you love him that much, put him on something. Don't watch him drown. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, Carla. I appreciate that. It's my mother's shame too. I told her I'll keep it to the day I die. You know, and pass it on. It ain't real, but it'll work for right now. I'm gonna get a charm too. My initial and her initial. Put it on there. Both our name is Leslie, so it is what it is. But yeah, you know, we need to us as blacks, we need to just do better with each other, man. Quit the jealousy, the hate, you know, between families, you know, your relationship, you know, just in these times it's just unnecessary to argue and bicker about anything with your peoples, you know, the people you love. You know what I'm saying? And love don't hurt. So when your family member or your significant other tell you they love you, you supposed to feel that. You supposed to know it. Cause love don't hurt. You know. Real talk. Tell them, Carla, love don't hurt, baby. Love don't hurt. I can promise you that. When you do it right, hey, love don't hurt. You know. It's the best thing in the world we can have is love and some peace, especially for men, cause that's all we want. It's all we want. Love and peace. I know I don't even really ask for much. You know, I don't ask for much. But yeah, I went through some hard times, and at least these, yeah, like I said, still going through it. But like I said, got to figure it out. You know, been going through some trying times, and I know we all go through some trying times in these times because either your family member died, or somebody close to you died, or somebody you know. And I've had all three. You know, that's it's like man. You know, sometimes you feel like you just out here. You know what I'm saying? I know that's right, Carla. Yeah, I don't want it if it hurts. Most definitely, because like I said, that love don't hurt. It don't hurt, not at all. But we've all had some people in 2025, whether it was a family member, friend, significant other, or whoever that you may have known or known of or seen that have died. These are some trying times that we're going through. You know, we all talking about it. You know, we all talking about it. So it is what it is. I just know You know, sometimes when you feel like you're alone, you know, it's a way of God just putting you in a space to like speak to you. Yeah. What? Y'all want to see my cat, y'all? Look at my cat. Hold on. Look at my cat. Brownie, say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Don't be shy of the camera. Say hello. Say hey. Say hey. Oh, you turning away from the camera? You being shy? Oops. Not bad. You being shy? You being shy? Say hey. You don't want to say hey? Okay. Next time? Okay. I guess he said next time, y'all. He not he not oop, he not interested in being on live today. I said, okay, Brownie. His name is Brownie. My daughter gave me that cat. Yep. So and I call that my for what I'm going through in life, that is my emotional cat. And that cat talks to me. I mean, it talks. Not literally, but you know, the meow meow, you know, that type of talk. So it's good. It's real good. So yeah, that's what's going on. But other than that, things can be so simple in life. So simple in life. And you know, as we as humans, we put so much burden on other folks. Don't y'all hate that shit? Like the problems that they bestow on each other. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm just like y'all. Black man trying to survive in this world. Yep. Trying to put it together. Yep. I never thought in a million years that at 46, you know how you get older, you've been doing your thing, then some things slow down, you go through hard times, you know, we all fall. 'Cause my cat doing the most. We all fall. And I lost train of thought on that one. My cat then interrupted what I was getting ready to say. And I'm high. That's another thing. Smoking too much of that herbos. That weedy weed. Smoking too much. About to roll up. I get my thoughts together. That's a lot. I got a lot going on. Not enough though, but a lot going on. I just be trying to be right in the world. They don't want me to be great. Uh-oh. 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 Hold on now. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Hold on a minute. Put that out and take that out. Let's set this right there. Like that. That shouldn't fall. That shouldn't fall again. Yeah, you're right, Carla. People do expect too much from each other. Why is that? When you know you wouldn't expect the same, you know? Or you wouldn't do the same. I'm sorry, you wouldn't do the same. Expect so much but won't do the same. Crazy. Crazy philosophy. My cat going crazy today. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm on live today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trying to do good out here. That trauma and pain is something else. That should stick with you forever. It's like you could try to make peace with it, but it's just, especially somebody you love or, you know, be hurt by a relationship or whatever it is. As a kid, going through trauma, it should still stick with you forever. Yep, it sticks with you forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. Hard to get through that tough pain in life. Hard to get through it. Yeah, Carla, I think that's it too. It was all my attention because this going crazy. But now it's good now. He good now. In his letterbox tearing it up. Lot going on, a lot going on. Nobody cares anymore about nothing. Like, real talk. Nobody cares about anything anymore. They don't care. Nobody cares. The love is gone. World don't care about us. Don't y'all be feeling like if the world don't give a fuck about you, it's like then who does? Because you in the world. And then to have your loved ones not care about you, feel like you by yourself. And that's the type of time we in where we feel like we by ourselves. Unless you ain't got no feelings. What you doing? Brownie? What you doing? Be cool. Relax. Or just a black bear try to survive. Sure. Can't get it right. Gotta figure it out. You know, I'm a Gemini, so I got that twin in me. That's why I talk to myself like that. That's my inner real self. They don't know you like that. They think they know you, but they don't know you like I know you. Y'all like my hair? Anybody who do hair, I need one of y'all females do my hair. Come to me and do my hair. Yeah, it's all good, Carla. One day at a time is all I got, and then after that, it's over with. I be wondering why we be in the world hating on each other on the internet. That is crazy. Baby mamas do it. Baby daddies do it. Mother and father, sister, brother, you name it. Your boss. You know, I was never the type of kid that just had to try to fit in. been by myself. Always been by myself. But sometimes God, he he just make us like that. I'm a different breed. They're not gonna like you just for who you are, the way you look. Walking down the street, had that frown face like I'm like a little kid in the candy store when I tried to take a piece of candy and got caught. Yeah, this world be tripping. You know, I never understood how can you be married and then you married for like 5, 10, 15, 20 years and then y'all get divorced. Two things that happen: finances, or you had your hands in a cookie jar. That's what I call that. You bit off too many cookies and you got caught. Your hands in a cookie jar. Only way. In these times, that's the only way. You know, finances, tired of that person. Only way. Y'all gotta stop paying attention. It's just like when you go to a car dealership and you get the car you want, and then once you drive off the lot, it depreciates. It's the same way in a relationship. It's good for a minute, then it gets either boring or, you know, your significant other is just not attractive anymore. It can be a whole lot of things. Must pay attention. Man, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get off this motherfucker real soon and talk about it later on in life. Get out that room, Brownie. No, I'm not new to social media, Carla. Yeah, I'm not new. Let me get some light. Cause my battery is dying. Battery saver on. Okay. Yeah, no, I ain't new. Not new. Nope, nope, nope. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here and we'll talk. We'll talk again. And to everybody, Carla, everybody that's watching, y'all be safe out here, man. Love on your people. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real critical out here. So love on your loved ones. Be kind to one another. You know, pray for one another. You know, even the ones that don't mean you well. You know, pray for them anyway, man. I think in God's eyes, it's just the right thing to do. He fits because he know what's going on. So just be right. Nice to meet you too, Carla. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing, you know, that you're on my platform and we able to, you know, chalk it up. My cat running wild. Yeah, I gotta see what he want. But yeah, I'm gonna get at y'all. Peace.